All right, everyone, welcome to your favorite type of video, the unboxing. Actually, before we go any further, I want to ask your help. For those of you who are actually watching it, I know not everybody watches the unboxing. God only knows why.
What do? I open packages, and I film it, and I tell people what's inside the package, and I give them a review of the package. It's called an unboxing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Who watches this?
I mean, this is one of our most heavily produced videos. Some of you have commented, especially the last couple of videos, that our sound is muffled or low. Can you please let me know, for those of you who commented, whether you were listening through headphones or your computer speakers or some other way. And the reason I'm asking is because a lot of other people emailed me as well as commented they had no issues. I tested both through my speakers on beside the computer as well as my headphones and had no issues. And I've tried that in a number of different setups as well. I know in the past when I've watched other videos on YouTube, in one or two instances, the creator of the content actually indicated that sometimes people indicate that that's the case, but he's not sure why. Now, we've been making videos for a number of years now. We've even, as you, for those of you old-timers who've followed us for a while, we've also used the standard handheld microphones and so on. And even back then, people were complaining that the audio quality wasn't all that great. I really want to know, because if in fact it is something that's within our control, I want to obviously do something about it. If, however, it's something that is not within our control, then at least it'd be good to know. Anyway, please comment if you have had issues or if you're hearing issues with this particular one. Let me know. Tell me what you're listening through, and they'll help us a lot. Thanks very much. All right, back to the fun. We've been waiting for this for quite a long time, and it's finally arrived. It's the Eversolo, the new one, the DMP A6 Master Edition Gen 2. Mouthful. It's an interesting product. Eversolo literally came out of nowhere. I mean, what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I think it's only been. And within a very short period of time, just completely captured the market. Almost every other product that used to sell in this particular price range is now dominated by Eversolo. Question is why? Well, we'll get into a bit of that in a moment. But this is their latest version, hence Gen 2. This particular one is the A6 Master, so it's better than the regular A6 in a number of ways, including better parts quality and so on. I unfortunately don't have the original A6 Master anymore, so I can't really put it side by side and show you the differences, but I went on internet to see what I could find about the differences, so we'll go through that. So let's unbox it first. Okay, so these look like they're just tabs. So there's an outer cardboard box and then there's an inner box. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so quick start guide with Chinese. And, okay. Anyway, typical audiophile. I'm not going to bother. And there's warranty card. All right. Incidentally, we'll be doing a review of this once it breaks in, and we're going to compare it to the DMP A8, which is the next model up. So stay tuned for that. Now, this looks like it's probably the power cable. Yes, it looks like it's a power cable. Oh, okay. So power cable and USB cable and trigger cable. Okay, we'll talk about the trigger in a moment. And what is this? Any idea what that is?
Thermal pad.
Thermal pad for what?
For the SSD.
Oh, okay. Which we will also talk about in a moment. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that for a moment. Let me just pull this out first. Okay, that'll make it easier to put in. So, comes in this nice nylon cover sleeve. And there we go. All right, so Curtis is going to take a bunch of shots, show you the B-rolls and so on, but first impressions, very nice aluminum case. Quite beautifully made, I must say, especially when you consider the price. So this is, if I'm not wrong, it's $12.99 US dollars or $19.99 Canadian. Quite hefty. It's maybe about 20 pounds or so. Big 6-inch screen, and it's also touchscreen as well. And of course, that's your volume control and obviously function selector and so on. And then on your back, on the back, I should say, you've got two Wi-Fi antennas. I believe one is a Bluetooth as well, and digital inputs, analog outputs. Yeah, these are all your inputs. This is an optical output, and your balance. So by the way, so this unit is fully balanced input and output. Trigger, which is apparently new. Arc. Okay, so let's go through some of the differences as I understand it in terms of the difference between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. So let me get my cheat sheet. Okay. All right. Based on what I understand, and this may not be 100% true. If not, please comment below. The Gen 2 has an ultra-low jitter femtosecond clock. So presumably it's better than the previous one. It uses the new op-amp, OPA 1612. It's a Texas Instrument, if I'm not wrong. Ultra-low noise linear power supply, which is really cool. A lot of DACs and streamers at this price range you will find are typically wall wart type of transformers, power supplies. It uses the new ES Saber, two of them, ES9038Q2M DAC chips. It uses an XMOS XU316 processor, the 12-volt trigger, which apparently is new, and a wake on LAN feature. So let's go over some of them in the back. So this is where you connect to your Ethernet, ARC. So a lot of you like to connect your audio system to your TV, and this allows you to do that. So if you've got a smart TV, connect this to your TV, and then all the sound that comes from your TV now goes through your stereo system. The trigger is cool too. So if you've got a number of components and you just want a simple operation by turning on, for example, your preamp, if it's connected to this trigger, the preamp will trigger this on. Okay, and let's see, HDMI output. So this is audio output. So apparently it'll go up to 5.1 channels. So you can hook this up to your surround sound processor or AV receiver, and it will give you 5.1 surround. And then you've got USB for your hard drives, and USB audio in. So if you got, I guess this is where you connect your hard drive, and this is audio out. So you'd probably connect this to your external DAC if you wanted to. Optical in and optical out, and we already talked about those. All right, so connections are pretty straightforward. Let me see if I can get a power cable and hook this up and show you the display. I'm going to put this on top of the AccuPhase amplifier. You know what? I'm going to put this on top of this. I should turn on, by the way, this is our lovely AccuPhase power amplifier. It's pure Class A. I think it's called, yeah, the A80. Doesn't run that hot. Actually, pretty warm. Let me turn it off. Okay. For a short period of time, it should be fine. Watch while we're filming this, and this starts melting. You know what? Let me not do that. That would be a viral video. Maybe we should do that. Curtis is laughing. He says, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so the on-off switch is in the back. I've turned it on. Let me just make sure. Yeah, so you can see the there's a bit of light that goes around the volume control. It's lighting up, so that means we've got power. And let me push that on. And there we go. So the ring turns on quite a bit more, It illuminates, it's pulsing, so it's coming on from standby. You can see it says Eversolo. Let me pull this down so you can see better. All right, moment of truth. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. All right. So incidentally, Eversolo also has its own app you can use. And there we go. That's the main page. Select, and you can start by setting up your language and so on and so forth. I won't go through all of that right now because it'll just take too long. Anyway, that is the new DMP A6 Master Generation 2. Now, watch for our review, which will happen as soon as this is broken in. And as I said, we'll not only listen to it as it is, but we will also compare it to the A8, which is the model up. I think the A8 is about $3,000, $2,995, and this is $1,995, so it's $1,000 Canadian dollars different. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you what the internal differences are, specifications and so on, but presumably it's supposed to be better. We will find out. Anyway, thanks for watching. And again, just a reminder, if you found the audio to be an issue, please let me know what you're listening through, whether it's headphones or through speakers on your computer, and whether or not you consistently find this issue with our channel, or it's just the odd one. I suspect the last one or two that we did that you might have had issues specifically with mine, with my video audio feed, was because I think the clip-on mic was being muffled by shirt. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.